Hi there everyone, welcome back. We have some great objects to show you today, but they're associated with someone who is perhaps one of the least scientific fellows of the Royal Society, certainly that we've covered so far in Objectivity.
Couldn't think of a single piece of science that he'd done. He's called Henry Stebbing and he was a clergyman. Pretty much anyone could get to be a fellow of the Royal Society before about 1849 if they were just generally interested in natural history or natural philosophy. His career, apart from the church, was actually in literature. So he edited a couple of literary journals, the Anthenaeum particularly, and he knew lots of people. So he knew Samuel Taylor Coleridge and Samuel Rogers, and a little later in the Victorian period he was acquainted with Mr. Charles Dickens.
Well, we know lots of fellows of the Royal Society, Keith. There's hope for us yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's get onto these objects. These are objects that were given to Stebbing during his life, and they've now found their way into the archives of the Royal Society.
Yep.
Now the first one, chronologically, is an object of some mystery. It's this kind of embroidered cloth object. It says, presented to the Reverend Henry Stebbing by the congregation of St. James's Chapel as a testament to their gratitude and esteem for his devoted and affectionate labours amongst them. Now, we're not entirely sure what this is. I think it looks like a banana holder. That's what you put your banana in when you take it to work.
Maybe.
You slip it in there, take it to work, lunchtime comes around, I might have that banana I brought to work.
Yep.
Hope it hasn't gotten too dusty. Not a problem. It's been in the banana holder all day.
You could make a fortune out of that.
You reckon that?
Yeah.
Commemorative Henry Stebbing banana holders, whatever it is. You think maybe spectacle holder.
Spectacle, or maybe you drop a watch inside, wrap it up, and it would just protect it. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now, this was given to him by his congregation, but his congregation, they really liked their reverend, and they gave him yet another gift, and they really upped the ante here.
Yep.
I do like a watch, and this is a watch that was given to Stebbing by his congregation. Let's have a look. There we go. It's gorgeous.
It's got a full case cover. It's what they call a hunter watch. Some of these had a little window in there so you could tell the time even though it was cased, but this is a full case.
The dubious Isaac Newton watch that we featured has a clear one, doesn't it?
That's right, yes.
But not this one. But if we take the watch itself out, it has an inscription on the back. I'll again let you do the honours, Keith.
Yeah, it's got a little motto on the front as well. May I number none but happy hours. That's quite nice.
That's quite a nice sentiment. So if we look at the back of the watch itself, we have another quite detailed inscription.
Very long inscription.
Presented to the Reverend Henry Stebbing, DD-FRS, to commemorate the completion of a period of 25 years ministry and to express the affection, esteem and gratitude of his congregation and the admiration felt by his numerous friends. 24th of November, 1854. So 25 years work. There's your cliched gold watch.
According to the Dictionary of National Biography, he conducted 18,000 funeral services.
Well, that's a lot of funerals.
That's a lot, yeah.
There's a few documents associated with this watch. We have here the letter from the church committee deciding that he was worthy of a watch. We also have a letter here from him thanking the congregation for the watch. But perhaps most interesting of all, this is a letter written by Stebbing's son when he was giving the watch to his son, so before it got into the custody of the Royal Society, basically saying, here's this watch, and telling a bit of the story of the watch. So all the sort of family mementos associated with the watch are also kept here with it, which is nice. But you know what? The church weren't finished.
Oh no.
We have this ginormous plate. This is made of silver or what?
Silver, yes, it's a salver. I'm sure you have one of these Shea Brady where your letters would be placed in the morning for you to read.
No, my letters just go on the staircase until I pick them up.
It's just tilted a little bit. So presented to the Reverend Henry Stebbing, DD-FRS, in recognition of his long and devoted services as chaplain to University College Hospital.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
What have we got here?
So, Thomas Rosco Reed Stebbing, who signed the letter donating the watch to his son there, was ordained as a minister in his father's footsteps in 1859.
So he was going to continue the family tradition.
That's right. But something else happened in 1859 as well. Charles Darwin produces his book on the origin of species.
Okay.
Thomas reads that book, he's instantly converted. He becomes a real proponent of the theory of evolution.
Or unconverted.
Unconverted, yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, he was still a clergyman.
Right.
But he then begins to write on Darwinism, on the theory of evolution. So this is his book on that subject. He actually got into quite a lot of trouble for it. He was, I think, refused a living, which is a parish where you'd make your money as a clergyman. So the church rather didn't like his advocacy of Darwinism.
Well, there we go. Such was his belief in Darwin's ideas that he gave up his chance as a career as a clergyman. But we do have his book here, and you can read about it sometime. So there we go. The Stebbing family. They were quite an interesting little story at the Royal Society here.
Yes. You might just be able to see the implement he invented here. Now then, have you come across one of those before?
This is a momentum trap.
Yeah, a ballistic pendulum is what we were calling it at that time.
I've used something like this. We called it a momentum trap, and what we did was you would hit it and you had a known mass. Am I okay to touch this?
Yes.
Okay. So we would hit it and we would see how far the pendulum would swing.
That's exactly right, yeah.
So how did he do it? How did he know the maximum height that it went? He had to have something that would move up and then stop.